The follow we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of the world that we defy. The soul right of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last light.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Penn State LCS. We're in for the playoffs now. This is going to be the quarterfinals between Poki Squad and Team Lunar Flare. Sadly, I just realized I was muted in Discord. Sorry about that, Rain. Hold on. Let's see that you can hear me. Can you hear me, Rain?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, there we go. Sorry, I was muted there for a second. But like I was saying, this is the start of Poki Squad versus Team Lunar Flare, the quarterfinals here. And most likely the winner of this does move on to the Penn State Invitational, and I'm really excited for that. But for you guys who might be new to my channel, my name is Rudy. I'm joined here by Rain, first time casting with this guy. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, dude. I'm excited to see this nice quarterfinals match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty crazy match. This is the 4th versus 5th seed, so it couldn't get any closer in terms of seeding. I think one of the closest games going to be, I think it's is it JMD versus who are they up against this weekend? WSND, I believe. That's going to be an extremely good game, and I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for those as well. So jumping into picking bands here, we have 2 mid lane bands coming out of the side of Poki Squad, Zoe and Anivia band out, while we're going to see Team Lunar Flare banning out Talia and Varus. And I think Zoe's been buffed in 8.5, so that's a reasonable ban. But I think a lot of target banning going on here to start off.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there is going to be a lot of target bans. We might need to see if you can move your mic up a little bit. You might be a little quiet on stream right now. I tried boosting you up as loud as I can.
I feel like that's a very common problem for me. Not gonna lie.
It happens, but yeah, going back to the bans, like you said, a lot of mid lane bans, a couple of just one top, one ADC, and one jungle as well. And it seems like K-pop is going to really prioritize the Gnar there for Poki Squad here.
Yeah, that's a good solo lane pick for the top lane. Gnar can basically be played into anyone, so it's a pretty safe pick. and usually gets a good split push on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Gnar is, if you have to blind pick it, one of the safest top laners you can get. Picking something like a Gangplank or any of the carry top laners is going to be risky, especially when you don't know who you're up against. And picking the Maokai into the Gnar, we're just going to have a tank fest on the top side, but I'm going to get the advantage over the Gnar, at least in the early stages there. Just trying to push out the Maokai as much as he can.
Yeah, I agree. It sort of seems like Team Lunar Flare sort of counterpicked themselves in this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Team Lunar Flare's top laner is most comfortable in tanks. So, and Shyvana's going to come out here. That's going to be an interesting one. Probably prioritize early clearing and focus on those Drakes to start off the game.
Yeah, Shyvana had a resurgence there for a while where she was played in almost any solo queue game, any even high tier play. She was one of the must picks for a while, and she kind of fell out of the top seeding, so we don't see her too much anymore. You see mostly like the Skarners or the Sejuani, which was banned, but I'm excited to see what they're going to pair up against that Shyvana. But we're going to see the Rakan pick up here, and I'm about to say it's probably going to be the Xayah pick right afterwards.
Yes. That's a very dangerous bot lane. I've seen a lot of level 1 first bloods happen in the PSU LCS to Xayah Rakan. Really good pressure early and nice engage from the Rakan. So I look to see a good, strong lane for Poki Squad in the bot lane.
Yeah, and that's going to be a little bit of a misplay there by Team Lunar Flare in the picks and ban stage. In my opinion, the Xayah and Rakan bot lane, you really can't ever let them together. Xayah, although she's a very good ADC by herself, Rakan isn't the greatest of supports without that Xayah buffing him up. So if you're able to just pick out that Xayah or ban the Xayah early on, then you don't have that combo down the bot side. But we're going to have Danny as God, most likely, I think it is, on this Rakan, and it's going to be devastating. Now, the Alistar going to be able to do a little bit with dealing with this Rakan going in, but I really put the advantage on the Lovers bot lane.
Yeah, and the Alistar will gain a little bit more power around level 3, but definitely at level 1, Xayah Rakan will have the advantage here. Also interesting, a Tahm Kench ban coming out for Poki Squad, even though Alistar was picked. But whatever, I guess.
Yeah. The only other time I saw Tahm Kench is maybe in the top side. I saw him a little bit of jungle way long ago. So it is very interesting that they went ahead and banned out that Tahm Kench. Not really too sure why they went ahead and did that. And I do like the strategy from Team Lunar Flare, though, going very heavy on the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have 3 jungle bans against Poki Squad, and they're all very strong junglers in this meta. Sejuani and Skarner, specifically, and Warwick, as well, being a really good carry jungler. So that'll limit the options for Poki Squad.
Ooh.
We'll see what they go with. I'm thinking maybe a Zac would be pretty good here. Get even better engage, or an Olaf, which might come out to really run them down. Olaf's been seeing a lot of play recently, and he locks it in.
Yeah, I do like that Olaf pick. Now, the very interesting pick here is actually going to be the Irelia. Most lately, going into the mid lane, I don't know if I've seen a mid lane Irelia in the longest time.
Last time I saw it was SK, it was Fakers. So.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a Swain counterpicked into the Irelia. I have no idea how that lane works because you never see Irelia these days. So
yeah, Irelia would do well against a lot of mid laner. This is just a hover. I'm almost positive this is just a hover. We can't look at it until it's locked in. But with that Irelia being picked, it's usually going to be good against the Squisher. Now I'm really confused. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be an Alistar and Irelia in the bot side.
I guess it's a kill lane bot.
Yeah.
That is very risky. I'm not sure how that one's going to work out for them. So I'm going to give the advantage over to Poki Squad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's very tough to kind of really judge how this is going. I do like the mind games that they play, throwing at that I think it's going mid, where it's going to be the Azir instead. But here's the thing: if you're going to go for a kill lane bot side, why give them such a strong bot lane such as the lover with Xayah and Rakan? It seems that they could have given them really any other bot lane and they might be a little bit safer off, but yeah, this is weird.
Especially since they're going to get pushed in levels 1 and 2 for sure, and I'm not sure what they can do like afterwards in order to equalize this lane, especially since Shyvana won't be ganking early.
No.
It seems like Irelia and Alistar will just be kind of pushed in the entire time. Although Team Lunar Flare do have a hyper carry in Azir, so even though they don't have like a traditional AD carry, they maybe can still pick up a lot of damage here. But yeah, this is very questionable.
Yeah, I guess the one thing I do like about this, even though both these teams, they both ended the season 2, 1, and 3 with a lot of ties to their belts. Right. But on paper, it does go over to Poki Squad. They do have the better quote unquote rankings.
Right.
But so this might be TLF just coming in and saying like, hey, we got to try something crazy. We got to do something that they're not going to expect. And if we're able to get the kill lane bot rolling, we'll see what happens. Yeah,
this is definitely off meta.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like they're going to have to get an advantage early, but they can't end the game early. They don't have the tower the tower damage that they have if they had any sort of ADC. Azir, ever since he really got the nerf on his W so that he wasn't able to target towers with it anymore, he's not really that tower sieger that he used to be. And so they're not going to be able to end the game early, but they definitely have to win the early game, or this will be a very fast game going over to Poki Squad.
Right, and also Azir's early game got nerfed recently, so you sort of get. Additionally, since the Maokai's in the top lane and he's going to be pushed in by the Gnar, you have top and mid laners whose early games aren't as good as they used to be, and Irelia and Alistar, which really need to spike in the early game. Or need to get kills in the early game. So it seems like a bit of a mismatch in game plans here.
Yeah. Irelia does want to try to get that Triforce as soon as possible, and that is going to allow her to pop the Xayah once she's able to get those items. But by then, the Xayah is going to be 6. She's going to have a lot of tools to get out of when the Irelia is going to jump on to her. So this is something where Irelia is going to get kills early on. I'm almost positive that Alistar and Irelia are going to come down with the double Doran shield to try to keep each other healthy, keep sharing the gold. But now here's the thing. If you're going for a kill lane bot, is there better supports to go than Alistar?
I feel like you might want to go for like a mage support in this situation because a mage support maybe can get a lot of damage down level 1, level 2. Alistar doesn't really have an effect until he gets his WQ combo, and even after that, he sort of needs a stun to really dominate. So I feel like maybe a mage support like Brand or something is like super aggressive, but it's still really.
If you're going to go in on the kill lane bot, go full out on it, just double down on it. Maybe pick something like a Blitzcrank or something. You're playing a Feast or Famine comp anyway, so might as well go for it.
Or something even spicier, like a Jarvan or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen stuff where it was an Ornn and Trundle bot lane, and that was pretty devastating actually. Getting that instant pillar out that Ornn can then stun you by was pretty terrifying. Yeah. But we're going to get underway in this game as we're in the loading screens. Checking out the keystones here. Nothing really too surprising in all honesty. The Gnar is going to go for more HP than trying to poke the Maokai out of lane, so he's not going with the Aerie, which is pretty standard lately. We've been seeing a lot of fleeting footwork from him. But yeah, there's nothing too special going on here. Shyvana, I've seen this quite a bit of press the attacks, but are going to go with the electrocute instead, trying to get the very quick kills and not the kills over time.
Right. And I really want to see where this Shyvana is planning to go, because I feel like you have to go bot lane in order to like snowball this. And additionally, it helps out with her Drake abilities, because if your bot lane's winning, then you can take your Drakes more easily. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where the Shyvana goes and how she plans to get her team ahead, because they certainly need way to snowball.
And actually, Spicy, sorry I didn't see your question earlier. This is going to be a best of 3, so TLF definitely trying something crazy in game 1 as we are getting on their way. There we go. There's the start of it. We're going to have Poki Squad on the blue side, Team Lunar Flare on the red side, and this is going to be a very interesting game, very interesting level 1, and we got to hope that TLF is able to pull it off, or they're going to have a really rough time.
Yes, I would say this is a total cheese comp, and I feel like they have to do something really special here. Because I think if they end up doing some standard lane things, that we'll just get dominated. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, one thing I would actually have loved to see here is actually Azir doing the leash instead and have Alistar and Irelia just camping on the bot side, first brush over on the blue side and bot lane, just to try to catch someone who's trying to get vision in that brush and just try to jump on them right away. I kind of wanted to see the Doran Shield coming out from Irelia, just getting that extra sustain for both of them, extra health pots, because I think they're going to need it. They're going to get pushed out pretty quickly. And that extra, 300 health from those 2 extra health pots would have been a lifesaver in the early game.
I do like it when the bot lane goes for like a interesting cheese. We're gonna see a slight invade here from K-pop, but just check.
Yeah, I think he's just mostly just trying to get some vision on that, just to see where the jungler is going to be. Because you'll see sometimes Shyvana start on the red just because the blue buff not really doing too much for them besides the cooldown reduction. And just from the get-go, we're seeing that Olaf is being able to take the clear a lot faster. Just because, yeah, she's actually getting no leash at all here.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You would think that you want to give your Shyvana a good clear in order to start her off better. And she didn't really get any advantage from not leashing, so...
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with not leashing as long as you're trying to get something out of it. A deep ward in the enemy jungle, a nice little level 1 cheese in the bush that we talked about earlier. But they didn't leash. They didn't get anything from it. They didn't even get really that early CS lead. She got like 1 CS out of it that she probably would have gotten anyway if she would have leashed. But yeah, very early level 2 coming out from Poki. The knockup's not going to land. Actually going in favor of TLF a little there until the turnaround there by K-pop. So we're going to see the Alistar there take quite a bit of harass, but that's what you expect when you pick this team comp.
Yeah, the W start from K-pop and Danny is God. Really strong at level 1 and level 2. It's going to deal a lot of damage with that passive extra feathers coming out from the duo. And we do see Olaf taking low-key's Gromp here, immediate counter jungle.
Yeah, I like that.
Low-key's really low here.
I like that from Green there. That's what you want to do is try to shut down the Shyvana. She is going to just try to fast clear early, get to 6, get her ultimate so that she can go ahead and do some really good ganks. And Shyvana does like to hover down on the bot side, and taking away her camps on the bot is going to really hurt her because she wants to be there. She wants to be able to take that dragon, and they've already taken that scuttle there too. So this is just delaying that dragon take that Shyvana can do.
She was going to come over and clear the Gromp and then recall, but now she's not even going to get to level 4 here. And there's a fight in the bot lane right now.
Yeah, quite a bit of damage being traded. And actually, Team Lunar Flare there wants to go in, but it's not going to be really enough. And popping that health pot already, that's going to be a really low Irelia. I just realized how confused it's going to be where Team Lunar Flare has an ADC whose name is Team Lunar Flare. We'll have to see how confusing that gets.
Right. One thing that Team Lunar Flare does have, at the level 3 mark, they do have a pretty strong CC chain with Irelia stun and Alistar combo and Alistar stun. So there is a possibility, but I still feel like they're too low to go for anything right now.
Yeah, they're not going to really be able to go in on anything until they're going to be able to back for the first time. I think their game plan is back so I really could get her Sheen, and then when they come back in, they're going to actually have the kill presence in that lane. Actually, I really forced the flash away as a nice knock-up coming out there from Danny is God, just barely going to be able to get out of that one, and That is huge. When you're in a double melee bot lane, losing your flash so early is going to be rough.
Yeah, now Irelia has even less kill pressure. And the problem is you mentioned that they want to back in order to get an item and be able to kill Xayah and Rakan, but they're so pushed in that if they recall
topside flashes are going to be traded there as Loki is going to try to kill this Gnar, but actually here comes Green as well. He's going to go on Respection there. That actually might be the trade kill that we're going to get. Flash 4, that's going to be first kill going over to Green. Loki realizes he's going to die, trying to get that trade kill, but not going to be able to get it. Bins takes that one up. Early 2-0 lead going over the favor of Poki.
And that's absolutely huge for Poki squad. That's 2 kills in the top lane. Your jungler and top laner is set behind. Now that's another lane where you can't really play towards. And it seems like there's a big problem with Team Lunar Flare's early game right now. They're not getting the advantages that they would like to.
Yeah, definitely. And I would love to see that flash forward, getting the flash away from the Gnar, but just going a little too far forward there. There was no need to chase that far. You didn't know where Green was. You didn't know if you were able to kill the Gnar. He was low, but it was going to be harder to track down a Gnar. He has slows. He has a lot of movement speed, especially if he gets the hyper going. So just a little bit of an overextension. I love the idea with the gank at first, but like I said, just a little bit of an overextension.
Credit to Green as well. He was in a great place at the right time, and he really shut that down immediately. He showed up for the counter gank at the perfect time, and now he's gonna hit. He's gonna be a level above low-key and gonna be fast clearing his jungle much better than this Shyvana.
Yeah, Danny's God was actually getting a pretty deep ward in there as Team Lunar Flare now backing. They were able to get that Sheen onto the Irelia, so they do have at least some sort of kill presence down here. I'm actually kind of surprised of how well Team Lunar Flare has been keeping up with CS. It's really tough to do it when you're in these kind of lane matchups.
I think the wave just happened to be in the correct place for them. And now Team Lunar Flare going in. Yeah,
they're going to try to do as much damage as they can. And actually, K-Pop does get popped quite a bit, but the knockup's going to come through, and Team Lunar Flare is already so low. One more I was going to do it. Danny is God's going to pick that one up. K-Pop tried to flash forward for it, but it wasn't enough. And now here comes Team Loki. He doesn't have any flash to get in there, and here comes the re-engage, forced to flash away from the Alistar, and now Loki is going to have to try to run away. This Smite going to come in, able to get him out, but that went in favor of Poki as Team Lunar Flare dropped early.
Yeah, another aggressive play. Unfortunately, Team Lunar Flare, the Irelia, was caught in the W and didn't have the flash this time to get out, so got CC trained and took too much damage. Also didn't have heal because she took Ignite for the kill. And maybe if they timed that a little bit better with the Shyvana. But here comes Green.
Yeah, in the mid lane, we're going to see Green come in. The ultimate coming out from Godbless, not doing anything. The Emperor's Divide, not dividing anything, as Green, with that last Ragnarok, going to be able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, nice play from him to use the Unstoppable Force Ragnarok in order to just negate that Azir ult completely. I don't know if Azir had his Eve to dash away, but he certainly didn't get the chance. And nice axe at the end to finish the kill.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and start up the Dragon. No surprise there, as they are going to get a very quick one. This does hurt Loki a bit because they want to get as many Drakes as possible. That's what Shyvana is built for. She's built of getting these Drakes because it gets her a lot of extra. I believe it's just resistances, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she gets armor and MR. And Mountain Drakes as well helps to really pressure objectives down. If Poki Squad gets free time on towers, or later in the game, if they get a chance for Baron, then Team Lunar Flare needs to be even more cautious about how they approach those objectives, because they will fall even quicker with that Mountain Drake buff.
And this is what happens when you go into a melee matchup against an ADC. That first tower already dropping in favor of Poki Squad. That's giving themselves a 4,000 gold lead in just 9 minutes. That is massive.
That's pretty ridiculous, especially since now Irelia doesn't really have an opportunity to get kills anymore. She just has to free farm in the bot lane. She is looking at K-Pop here. Maybe gets a catch with this Alistar.
Yeah, because she won't have the stun. It will just be the slow as soon as he jumps on there. And we do see that Mr. Zayak there still wants to try to go in. They might catch out the Rakan, but it doesn't seem like that as the Rakan's going to be able to run away. He does have the quickness available for him, so he's just going to run up to his Swain, and it's going to be just basically partying in the mid lane at this point for them.
Yeah, and also notice the difference between Loki and Green's farm. Right now, Green is 2 levels ahead of Loki with that, all the buffs or all the camps he's been stealing, and he's 2 kills up. So really making a big difference here. Green playing really well.
Yeah, and Loki had to upgrade his potion to the Hunter's Potion, which is usually showing that you are behind massively early on. And the Flash 4 coming in, they're going to get the quickness onto 3 members there, as Mr. Zayak's going to be the first one. He does have his ultimate available, so he's going to pop very quickly. He's a very squishy Alistar, as Green is only going on a killing spree. The Undertow is coming in onto Loki. Loki this time gets pulled back, and Danny is God gets his 2nd kill on that support. And that's now 7-0 going in favor of Poki Squad.
And that's a 6k gold lead, and they're even chasing Godlish here. K-pop as well, gunning down that bot lane turret. I don't know if he's gonna. It looks like he's might be able to get it if he gets another W off. But Team Lunar Flare is coming down with Mr. Zaha.
Ooh, Respection might just drop one more auto, and that's going to be. He goes forward, but not able to get the heal off from the auto attack. Bin's able to get a straight up 1v1 in the top lane.
And on the other side of the rift, K-pop also drops that bot lane tower, so that's a 2-tower lead, just solely from getting that bot lane shoved in all the way. And top lane looks like it's almost about to drop as well. Might not have enough minions here.
Yeah, we're going to see Loki try to protect us, and without any minions here, like you said, they're going to have to back off for now, but that tower is not going to be around for too much longer. Respection and Loki going to try to defend this as Godbliss is going to get jumped on. Nice Emperor's Divide, able to protect himself a little bit there, as they're actually now caught out in the opposing side's jungle, but it doesn't look like they're going to try to fight this just yet. So nice defense coming out from Godbliss, but how long that's going to last, I'm not really too sure.
Yeah. Also, I think you're a little bit behind because of like
Am I?
the spectate client. So
I don't know if I can push forward at all. Yeah, I'm at. Gotta love when this happens sometimes. Let's see.
yeah.
Well, bot lane, we had a little bit of a fight there. Danny's God going to jump on Team Lunar Flare. I accidentally slowed it up. We're going to speed up until it's back to normal. And while we say that, Mr. Zayak finally pops the ultimate. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Few more autos, and that might be it. One more. Danny's God's going to go for it. Nice flash, but Danny's God still going to pick that up. There must have been minion autos or something able to pick that one up. Team Lunar Flare, can he get a trade kill? Definitely not. He's going to drop as well. And now a fight in the mid lane. Godbliss, you were able to push them away earlier, but the Emperor's Divide is not available. The Unstoppable coming in. Can they get the trade kill? It's going to be Respection going in. He does get the shutdown onto Green. It's going to cost him his life, but that is at least a kill going over the top laner for TLF.
That's still not a lot for what they lost here. They're gonna lose 2 in the bot lane, lose another in the mid lane, and looks like Loki hot out.
Yeah, it's gonna be another kill going in favor of Poki Squad, and they are showing that they really want to play at the Invitational. We didn't explain it earlier, but top 3 teams, not including the Penn State Esports Club's team, makes it on to the Invitational. We'll talk about that more after this fight, as a lot of people are airborne there. K-pop dropping very low as Godbliss is able to pick that one up, but it's now a 3v3 in favor of TLF as they're able to pick up another kill there. Swain is going to drop. That was Slave dropping, but another kill going on to Godbliss. So that, in all, was a 2v2 that TLF started. And they're going to keep going. Danny is God, might be the next victim. He's able to dash away to his top laner. Nice Gnar ultimate coming in to protect him. And that's going to be both of them walking away. After that fight, Poki Squad going to walk away with a 10k gold lead.
Yeah, and even though it was a 2 for 2, I believe, or maybe it was a 2 for 3, still, like, that was the best trade Team Lunar Flare could have gotten, but it still wasn't very good. And I'm pretty sure it came off the back of K-pop BMing in the mid lane. So I'm not sure how they can pull this one back. I think they just have to try and stall it out, even though, and maybe get Godbliss to some items, but it's not looking very likely here.
Yeah, Godlich had quite a bit of good plays there, especially with the Emperor's Divide. Respection now, with the Black Cleaver completed on the bin, but I don't know if he's going to be able to survive in this lane. He's going to push him away, but he does get stunned up. But while you say that, a fight over the Dragon Pit as K-Pop forced to pop the ultimate already, but God Bliss is on top of him. No, that was Tomb Lunar Flare, sorry. And they're going to throw everything at the Xayah as she's going to drop, but is it going to be enough? Because here comes Slave on this Swain, just dealing so much damage with Danny as God helping out. The knockup not even going to land. Nice Emperor's Divide on both of them. Danny as God is so low, but Mr. Xayah is actually going to push him away as Slave picks up another double kill. That's a 2-pair for him as he's able to get 4 kills in the span of about 2 minutes there.
That Swain is just so tanking with Rod of Ages and Haunting, guys. Even though they lost 2 very quickly in that fight, K-Pop and Green dropping, because Team Lunar Flare had the great flank, Slave was just able to sustain up and deal to Team Lunar Flare.
We're going to jump on to Team Lunar Flare again.
Right now.
Yeah, the Zonia is coming in handy, but Danny's God barely able to get away. Loki really wants this no ultimate available, and here comes Green. Can he protect his bot laner? Danny has God just limping away at this point as Green is able to pick up the kill there. And now here comes Slave, wants another kill onto this Irelia, who's able to flash away. Nice heal coming in from the Alistar. I think that's what saved her life. And now Respection, can he get away from this Gnar? Team Lunar Flare, I don't know if you want this. Can you get the stun off? The damage is there. The Irelia picks up her 2nd kill of the game.
A great play from Respection, baiting that really well, I guess. They knew that they could kill the Gnar there. But still, it's still a bit of a clown fiesta here as Team Lunar Flare is down 12k gold, 4 towers, and 2 Mountain Drakes. They're going to have to do a lot to get back into this. I think the only reason why they haven't lost completely yet is because Baron is not even up. It's 16:46 into the game, and we're gonna see that they just have to wait a little bit before making the final push.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they're able to do. We see chat there just chanting Danny as God. They're the MVP for the chat right now. Mozzie Shut comes in, how you doing? But this game's still underway, even though it is an 11k goal lead on the side of Poki. It's just looking so tough for TLF. They tried a crazy strategy. They wanted to go for it. It's just not working out for them, as Respection is going to be popped out again. He's so low. Nice use of the Blast Cone coming out from Danny's God, making sure Respection can't get away, as he's pretty tanky, but it's not going to be enough. K-Pop does pick up that kill. Team Lunar Flare coming in a little bit too late. He has no front line to go in anymore. Getting popped out. Tries to get something, but he's going to be caught by the bot lane. Just going to try to run away, causing a distraction, but his jungler's going to drop as well, and soon his support is no longer for this world, as that's going to be now 2 kills again going over to this Swain, as Shelly is going to make her appearance.
Oh jeez. This is falling apart as Mr. Zach leaves the game. We'll see if it's temporary or not, but I think that's pretty emblematic of what this game has been so far. Bit of a stumble for Team Lunar Flare.
Oh, Respection wants this. He wants to go in on it, trying to get the kills for his team, but he's just going to pop that ultimate instead, going very low. Can he get the heal? Just wasn't enough. He's going to drop right away. Team Lunar Flare now, can you go on? Irelia, you have to be the carry at this point. The strategy was all on you, but K-Pop instead is going to go on a killing spree. The support is back just in time, but like you said, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it looks like it was a DC, but probably one that would not affect the game. Although K-Pop does take a lot of chunk there, so if Godlish gets into a really good situation, we saw that K-Pop can drop pretty quickly if he gets flanked, so they have to take basically the perfect fight. It would have to be like a 5v2 for Team Lunar Flare to even get maybe an equal trade. But right now, you see Slave, he's so strong at 2.5 items versus Azir's 1.5. And yeah, just all across the board, Poki Squad matching up very well against Team Lunar Flare.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of strange to look at how far apart a lot of these players are at this point in the gold perspective, and it's crazy to see that right now. The closest right now is the top lane, 2,600 gold apart. That's a massive lead in itself, and that is the closest at this point. So this is just showing how far ahead Poki Squad is, and this is just what happens. I like what TLF was trying to do. They wanted to try some crazy strategy. They wanted to see if it would work. They know that they are, on paper, the team that's going to have a rougher time today, so they weren't going to just go ahead and die sitting down. They wanted to give themselves a fight, and it's only game one. If you want to try something crazy, go for it in game one.
Yeah,
But,
that's definitely true. Game one is the best place to do this.
Yeah, as Respection does get caught out here. Going to throw that ultimate down. Will it be enough as his support's going to come down here? Will it just be a trade as Godbless able to use that Emperor's Divide pretty effectively here, getting the damage down as the Alistar there being shut down fairly low. Slave going to go in. Can he find the kill onto Godbless? That Q not enough, but that stun is going to land, and that's going to be a kill going over to the Swain. And Respection now is forced to run away. Can he get back to his base? Alistar not able to push Green away in time. He's going to get a kill. That's going to be another one going over to Slave as Danny has got, again, just barely getting out. I don't think we've seen him at like 500 or more health this entire game. As
he's been living with slivers.
He's going to go back in, but he's going to drop there. Zonias was not available from his team. Lunar gets his 5th kill of the game. At least he's able to pick up some of these kills here, but he's going to drop for the 8th time right before the surrender vote comes in. That's going to be Poki Squad winning the first game.
And in dominant fashion as well, although Danny as God did lose his streak. He did die in the end, so I guess it was all worth it in the end. Caster's curse. As soon as we talked about him living with losers of health, he insta dies. So, and I really think that after this, it's pretty clear that Team Lunar Flare needs to play a more standard game, or even if they can like, they don't have to play like super standard. They can still bring out like surprising picks, but I think that they need to think through their game plan a little bit more with regards to how they want the early game to go, because it was definitely like, even if you're going to go for a kill lane, you're picking weak laners in the top lane and not that kill lanes in the bot lane, so it was definitely questionable there, but we'll see how they adapt in game 2.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I know. Let's see if I don't know if Iris is around. She did want to do a little bit of between the games analyst and doing interviews afterwards. I don't know if she's around right now, but regardless, we'll have her to do interviews at the end of the game. I think what we'll do right now is there's not really too much to analyze about that game. It was they tried something crazy, just didn't work. They'll try again in the next game, but we're going to take just a quick break as we're going to come back for Game 2 soon between Poki Squad and TLF. TLF fighting for their playoff lives as they got to win the next one. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
See ya.
All right, we're going to get right back into it as we're going right into game 2 here for TLF and Poki Squad. Poki Squad really just dominated that last game. TLF tried a very crazy strategy, just didn't really work for them. But we'll have to see if they're going to do something more standard this time or not. But for those who might not have got last game, my name is Rudy. I'm joined here by Rain, and this is going to be a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, I hope that they learn from their past mistakes and pick something a little bit different here. We see already that the Swain and Zaya from last game are already banned, so strong champions. They are going to take away the Zaya Khan. So we'll see how they play around their picks this time. Their pick span's probably going to be pretty different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Poki
same.
Squad is banning.
I was gonna say basically same bands coming out from Poki Squad. No really too surprised there. If it doesn't work, there's no need to fix it. So I like the choice of bands coming out here from TLF though. Definitely doing a lot of target bans and just really showing what worked well against them last time. They just don't want to face against.
Yeah, that does also leave up quite a few bans that they didn't have before, or that they had before. So we'll see if Poki Squad picks those picks up as well. Zach locked in for Respection. I did think about that one, or think about that pick last game. That is a very strong engaged champion, so maybe it'll go for something more orthodox this time.
Mm-hmm. And let's see what they would like to do, and it's going to be the Thresh this time around. With Desire already banned, no surprise there. Like we said at the beginning of the last game, Rakan by himself is not the greatest of supports. He still makes a lot of playmaking thing. It just really limits his movability and how well he get into fights when he doesn't have that Zaya backing him up. So I do like the decision here, going with a different support, and it's going to be the Thresh. And if he was able to be a playmaker on Rakan, he's going to be a massive playmaker on Thresh.
Thresh has a lot of kill potential, pick potential, and along with that Camille, that's going to be a really scary jungle to walk through when you have the possible hook shot into the ulti from Camille. We're going to see the Caitlyn picked up from Mr. Zahak, prioritizing more lane dominant AD carry this time compared to Irelia especially. So I think we'll be seeing a more normal bot lane. And the Morgana picked up from for Mr. Zahak. He will be playing that, which is pretty good against Thresh because Thresh cannot flay when Caitlyn's black shielded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically the entirety of Thresh's kit, besides the lantern, is nullified by a black shield. But if you are maxing Q and they aren't maxing shield, you're actually able to pop the shield with just your death sentence. Now, I believe most Morganas do upgrade their black shield second. Some might put an extra level in there pretty early on, just so something like that can't happen. But we'll have to see how safe they're going to have to play against Danny's God.
Yeah, it's really a matter of preference whether or not you want to go for the safety of the black shield, always stopping CC, or the lane dominance of the Q lasting forever. And Caitlyn Morgana is a very strong lane, especially when Morgana hits a bind and Caitlyn's able to trap under. On the other side, we see Sejuani picked up from green. This is a very solid jungler in general, and I think this is a lot of good picks coming out from Poki Squad.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, I like both sides have really good picks at this point. We're not going to see anything crazy. We're going to see at least 180 carry on this game on the side of TLF. I'll love to see if Poki Squad picks up one for themselves, or if they decide to do a kill lane themselves, as a lot of the top tier ADCs is going to be banned away. That's going to be the Varus. That's going to be the Tristana. There's still quite a bit up. If they want to go with that hyper carry potential, there's still the Kog'Maw that's available as Slave right now, just hovering around all the ADCs he has. And it's going to be that Ezreal. The safe far poke, being able to get a lot of gold because of Kleptomancy Ezreal.
Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't pick the hypercarry Irelia because they banned it, but Ezreal's very safe pick here. He can shift away from those Morgana bindings, and hopefully the pressure that Caitlyn Morgana has will be negated by the Ezreal safety. And LeBlanc picked up from Team Lunar Flare. I think that's an 80 LeBlanc top. If I remember correctly, that was played in one of their games. I'm pretty sure it's 80 LeBlanc top. So that is an unorthodox pick that will be seen.
That's something that we have seen in the history of Penn State for a long time. Years ago, there was I think they were on Josh Miller Day, I believe, the top laner for that. I could be thinking of someone else though, but maybe he'd pick that. You would go rapid fire cannon and static shiv with a bunch of AD on top of it, and sometimes you just dash in, poke them, get out, and you chunk a lot of health out by doing that. So I'm really excited to see how this LeBlanc does. It will be against a Camille, who is going to be someone who's going to be able to jump onto that LeBlanc if the W is down. So it's going to be a little scary.
Yeah, I actually do remember Team Lunar Flare playing against Nant, I believe. I casted that game, and LeBlanc just two-shot Nant's 80 carry. I was laughing so hard because, yeah, it was a really fun pick to watch. But we'll see how that goes. Caston and Gallo picked up in the mid lane here. That is two pretty safe but powerful picks. Galio will have a lot of presence. Also, the Camille Galio combo will be very powerful for starting team fights. While the Caston does have that pop-off capability when he hits level 16, when he gets those 3 items. So we'll see basically if Poki Squad can initiate those fights correctly. And if they do, they'll have a huge advantage in their fights.
Yeah, I think we saw about 2 weeks ago when the Grand View Invitational was happening. We had Columbia College versus Azio Esports in the finals, and Azio was able to get Galio and Camille multiple times in that, and they were able to 3-0 Columbia College. A lot has to do on just that combo. It is such a devastating combo, so I'm pretty excited to see this come up from Poki Squad. And if anybody from TLF is going to get caught up, that combination of Camille jumping in and Galio being able to show up almost at any time is going to really hurt them. We were saying this a little bit earlier, but we got cut off by a team fight, that this game does hold a lot of ground in it. This is the quarterfinals, so the winner of this will move on to the final 4. And the top 3, not counting the D1 Penn State team, do make it to the Penn State Invitational, and with the Penn State D1 team ranked first and most likely moving on to the Final 4, with this game, Poki could punch their ticket into the Invitational this weekend.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure to really perform here for both teams. In the Invitational, you get to play against all those other colleges and really show how good you are. And I think that Team Lunar Flare really do have the possibility here to take it. We did mention the Camille Galio combo, but Team Lunar Flare does have ways such as the Morgana Dark or Black Shield, and even Zach, who can use his ultimate to actually ult Camille out of the Hextech ultimatum. So there are a lot of ways for Team Lunar Flare to get out, as well as LeBlanc and Caston having a lot of mobility if they're not restricted by that ultimatum.
That's a good question. I wonder how the Black Shield and the ultimatum work out. I assume it's one of those things that if you Black Shield before Camille uses her ult, then it just cancels it out, but you won't be able to use it afterwards to just walk out of the field. I believe that's how that interaction works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, yeah. Because the ultimate should be a cast. It's sort of like, I guess, sort of like Zoe in that way. Zoe Sleep, maybe? Although
how it used to be, at least?
Yeah, how it used to be. Also, like, you can Black Shield lots of stuff. Like, I guess the lead kick counts. But that's sort of different. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I think maybe Thresh Hook might be a very good comparison, where that second pullback doesn't go through if you put a black shield on, because I believe it's 2 instances of a knockback with the death sentence coming in. But we are going to get into the games, basically going right into the loading screen so we can check out to see what the keystones are coming in. I just want to show out Spicy. Thanks for the bits. This game will be dedicated for you. We'll make sure that this is a very entertaining game for you especially. But looking through these keystones, nothing really too out of the ordinary. I believe Camille goes Meteor. I don't play a lot of top lane, so top lane is completely out of my expertise, but I believe it does go Meteor.
Yeah, these days, because the whole meme about bruisers having the worst keystones, Camille does go Arcane Comet because she can use her W in order to poke the lane effectively. So that is going to be working out for ability here.
But we're gonna get underway almost immediately. We're going to have Poki Squad in the top side. They're up 1-0 against Team Lunar Flare. Poki Squad wins this game. They're going to move on to the semifinals and most likely make it to the Invitational. And this is the first time that we're seeing Mr. Zahak here on an 80 carry. Last time he was playing support. Didn't do too bad with that Alistar, but they just got steamrolled by the Poki Squad after their bot lane comp didn't really work out.
Oh yeah, they actually made pretty big changes. I did not notice that they swapped
quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of players
swapped every team member.
Except Godblish. Godblish is the only one that's still jungling.
Yeah, that's actually Godblish is mid lane, but yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
That's really surprising. I didn't notice that until we loaded in. That's going to be a big change. We'll see how that affects how they play.
Yeah, so this does make me confused. Actually, we see that K-pop, I think, got 100 extra 60 gold or 110 gold to start off with. Got a nice Q. I believe got a gold pack back.
He went back and bought a health pot. Yeah.
He could have bought another one too. He's still sitting on 60 gold. That is hysterical how that works.
A major advantage in the bot lane, actually.
Yeah, it's just one extra health pot is what 150 health. So that alone could completely sway the bot lane if played correctly.
And interesting here that Respection starts at the Raptor camp. Usually, after Raptors got nerfed a bit, usually you start buffs now. But Slave dropped forward. And we'll see if he actually pressures a ping. Enemy's missing ping coming out. And Respection's actually going to back off of the red buff here. He's scared and it's going to reset. So nice play from Slave.
Yeah, I really like that idea. It's just going to delay the rotation that he's going to be able to have. Flash forward immediately as they got level 2, but he's going to miss the hook. Wanted to go onto the Caitlyn side. I like the idea there, but it just wasn't able to completely land the hook. And I think he was trying to predict a flash coming out from the Caitlyn, and sadly for him, it just didn't land.
Yeah, I am surprised that they were able to get that level 2 though. I guess they did start off faster in the bot lane. The hook's gonna land now.
Yeah, hook's going to here on a Loki, and the Knight going to be enough. Is it going to be the first kill? Going over to Katie Pop there as they're going to try to trade kill the flash forward. One more auto might do, but Team Lunar Flare is going to come in and be able to get the kill. Now K-Pop going to get chained up. Will it be enough? Green just going to jump in right on the Caitlyn. They're going to ignore the Karma this entire time. I say Karma, I meant LeBlanc there. As K-Pop most likely going to get himself another kill. 2-0-1 to start off on the Ezreal. We thought that the 100 extra gold that he got early on was really going to help him out, but how's 2 kills and assists going to help him out?
Yeah, that's going to be a major advantage for him. Just Green coming in a bit late, but perfect as Team Lunar Flare. LeBlanc wanted to TP in, and nice hook from Danny has got to start that all off, and the Ignite was before the heal, I believe, so the heal wasn't able to save Loki. Now we gotta fight in the mid lane.
Green coming in from the enemy side jungle, forcing the flash out from Godblish. Nice setup there by Slave as well. Danny is God Picked up the first kill. This is a lot faster. TLF was very starving for gold in the first game, and it took them a long time to find their first kill. They were able to find it in the early stages, but for Danny's God, 1 for 3, you'll take that any time.
That was really good play, and now K-Pop will be really ahead. He is the Sheen already. He actually chose to forgo the tier that Ezreal's normally get. Maybe he's thinking he can get it later because it does stack faster now. Team Lunar Flare does get a slight advantage in the top lane because he got that kill, but on the other hand, Billy D has 30 CS to Team Lunar Flare's 12. He lost a lot for having to TP down.
Oh yeah, and that is going to hurt. Now he at least got a kill for it, so it is basically worth it. As Danny's got to go for another hook going to land as the Black Shield went on to the Caitlyn instead, and that will be another kill easily going over to K-Pop there. He does take quite a bit of harass there, but it doesn't really matter when you take that kill and you have a Caitlyn all by herself now. Danny's guy can kind of just zone her out from all the CS, and this is not looking good for TLF as a lot of quick kills going over to Poki Squad, and they have themselves a 2K gold lead.
This K-Pop is so strong now. He's 1,400 gold ahead already over Mr. Zahak, and he's gonna hit his Triforce really quickly, and Mr. Zahak is gonna have a lot of hard times trying to respond here. Another hook.
Just barely going to miss. Mr. Zahak going to keep himself alive here, and this is one reason why I really do like getting the Sheen instead of the tier. Getting the tier, you do concede a lot of damage there just to start stacking that up, and like you said, it stacks a lot faster now, so you don't always have to get it first item. So getting that Sheen after getting that first kill is going to allow him to stay very aggressive here. As Goblish there taking quite a bit of damage. Slave getting a very early 6 here as he's going to start roaming very shortly.
Now it's going to unlock a lot of opportunities for Poki Squad. We see that because Cassid doesn't really have the wave clear that he wants in the early game, that'll allow Slave to really roam now. He's looking in as we speak, and he might look for a K-Pop is pretty low, so it's probably doubtful.
Yeah, it would have to be a really good hook coming out from Danny's God to set that up. They would be able to just straight up 2v2 there if they would get some sort of fight there. But I think he's playing it the smart way, just go and get the CS in the mid side. And yeah, they're already massively ahead at this point. They don't need to go for any crazy tower dives without the ADC.
Looking for a gank onto hit, lens E and the stretching strike. Talk coming out from Slave.
Yeah, that's going to be the double knockup. He still has the... He's going to go right back in with the Justice Punch because he has Danny's got backing him up who got a very early Mobies here. But Loki is able to stop that engage coming out from green as well. So basically just a lot of stopped engages there as Goblish still playing far forward. I think Danny's God is going to go in for this again. They're going to surround, and the flay and the hook going to miss. Nice dodging and the dab coming out from Goblish. A lot of
Nice
DM
dodging.
there.
Yeah. He ulted out of the flay and dodged the hook really nicely. That's going to be a lot of pressure from this bot lane taken away. K-Pop actually gets hit by the...
Oh
my god.
Danny's got to go for the tower dive as Loki's going to get ignited. Not enough for the kill just yet as they are so low at this point. I don't know if Mr. Mazak could stay here. Going to go in. Danny's God going to tank it as K-Pop able to pick up that kill. And we see in the top side, the ultimate already came through as Respection going to come up. Doesn't land that Q, so they're just going to have to back off for now. Billy D wants to go back in, but they just don't have the damage. They don't have the CC just yet as Team Lunar Flare doesn't have the damage either, just sitting on that dagger at this point, not able to really poke him down. But Goblish is going to come up here. Can they go down? But here comes the Galio all coming through, and now Goblish is completely separated from his team, and they're going to turn their attention onto him. The knockup won't land. He's able to top, but a nice flash taunt going to come in handy here as Billy D going to jump in, but Billy D's going to drop. Respection does want to go back in. He's going to he's going to get the double knockup there with the elastic slingshot. Double knockup coming in from the Q as well. Is it going to be enough? Everybody is so low. Green forced to run away as his mid laner is going to drop there. 2 for 0 going in favor of the side of TLF and make that 3 for 0. As the whole top side of the map is going to drop from Poki. And now in the bot lane, they're going to go back into it as Mr. Zahak trying to get something. The hook going to miss as it hits a minion. God. That minion, Mr. President, get down as Caitlyn gets 2 kills there. everybody on Poki Squad just died in a matter of 2 minutes.
All across the map, Poki Squad losing members. First, they go way too far on that near that tri-bush at the top lane. Slave going in with that flash taunt looked good at first, but then they were in that corridor where Respection jumped back in and really they had the damage enough. And then on the other side, K-pop going a little too low, and a nice play from Mr. Zahak to get those kills.
Although small, we are seeing that TLF is having themselves a goal lead at this point. First one that we've seen in this match, so I am really excited for that one. But yeah, I believe it is being streamed. We are going to be streaming a game on Tuesday at 9:30. But I will look up the details for that shortly. But we're going to have more action coming in as Danny's God going to try for a hook. Has the backup that he has with the Galio. And he doesn't even care that the Black Shield's on. They want to go for it. The taunt's going to go through. And Mr. Zahak is going to drop in his bot lane. Drops so fast right afterwards. And Team Lunar Flare not able to win the 1v1 as 3 kills get traded right back on the side of Poki. They wanted their revenge and they got it.
Yeah, nice 4-man bot from Poki Squad. The Sejuani roaming down as well, and the Galio taunt coming to secure first tower. And on the other side, I didn't quite see it, but Billy D did get a solo kill. I'm not sure how that one happened though.
But yeah, like we were saying earlier, Tuesday 9:30, I believe it's the Down to Flex versus NANT game. I will be streaming that as well. Trying to get as many of the quarterfinal games as possible because I do want to see these teams play before the Invitational comes up, so I have at least some knowledge on them, and I'm not going in completely blind.
Excited to see NANT play versus Down to Flex. That should be another close game. While Respection jumping in here, unstoppable.
Yeah, going to get 2 people under tower here as the ultimate from Thresh going to be used very defensively. The knockback coming in with the second auto. Slave going to use his ultimate instead of the Thresh Lancer, but he's just going to go back for it. Goblish going to be able to pick up the kill there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he actually used his ultimate to stop the Justice Punch. But we had to keep going with this fight. Respection just barely able to get out alive. Goblish, though, going to get himself a double kill. Can he get himself a triple kill? There it is. Goblish is on fire at this point. 4-0-2. As can he get himself the quadra? Will they give it over to him? No. Team Lunar Flare going to pick up that one on the LeBlanc. His 4th kill of the game as well. And this is just a bloodbath as Billy D now wants to play. He's going to try to 1v4 at this point, and he's going to just get locked down. Team Lunar Flare now showing that he is the captain of this team. He should have the most kills as he gets his 5th of the game.
Yeah, it just feels like they're trading kills back and forth here. Really a little bit, I feel like Poki Squad losing to that sunk cost fallacy. They just keep throwing members in and dying one by one. That's going to allow Team Lunar Flare to pick up this Cloud Drake on the back end.
Yeah, and this is a buff Cloud Drake too, so they're going to get a lot of extra movement speed here. I think this kind of movement speed, it's just better to have it off of Poki Squad at this point, as Respection is able to come in here. The teleport going to use just for defense, and I think K-pop's going to be able to get out of that one. But we're now going to see a 600 gold lead going over side of TLF, but they might try to start another fight here, which is going to be unwise. They're going to need a back. They're sitting on quite a bit of gold here. And if they try to fight now, it's just not going to go in their favor.
And most importantly, a lot of the gold is centered around Godblish, who's at 4 kills. He's had the row. He has the tier built into Seraph, so he's really accelerated his mid game here, and hopefully we'll see that carry potential come up for the Acid much sooner. And also, Team Lunar Flare, I don't really know AD LeBlanc's power spikes, but he's got his first item working on. And it really seems like Poki Squad has lost so much tempo just from those big skirmishes that they've been taking, and they've really lost a lot of ground here. But they still have quite a bit of map pressure, as they do they're pushing on this mid tower right now.
They're going to try to get onto this Team Lunar Flare, but the dissonance is going to keep him safe. But now he doesn't have that, able to get away. But Respection going to come in here. Nice engage coming again from the Zac. But actually a nice Cataclysm coming out from Billy D, not allowing Green to go too far to the tower. And K-Pop going to be able to pick up his second kill here, or actually sixth kill of the game. But second kill might be going over now once Zac's blobs. Will he be able to kill him in time? Nice body blocking coming out from Low Key, not able to pick up that kill. We see quite a bit of low members coming in from the Poki squad, but they still want to go in on this. And it looks like they'll get themselves their second tower of the game. K-Pop is going to be the one who takes the tower shot. I'm sorry, the Caitlyn ultimate. Because of that, he drops another nice engage coming out from Respection, but the Dark Passage is going to come in to get his teammate out. And now Green going to be able to run back to the rest of his team. So just all in all, a 1-for-1 in the tower stands.
Yeah, they were trying really hard to force that tower down, but then Slave got binded, and the Caitlyn ult, K-Pop taked the Caitlyn ult, so he like instantly died to Godblish's Q, and that really just set it off. Now they had to run. Now Mr. Zac looking onto this mid tower as well.
At the same time, LeBlanc is in the box side. Yeah, Team Lunar Flare is going to get the bot side tower. It's just about down now. A couple more autos, and he will be able to pick that one up. So they are going to get themselves a tower lead, and now a nice little gold lead here. 1,500 gold. That's nothing to sneeze at, as TLF, that we have a game on our hands.
Yeah, and it's really going to be the story of this game of the solo laners from Team Lunar Flare picking up those kills in those skirmishes versus K-Pop with that bot lane dominance, see if he can carry from here. But it does seem as though Team Lunar Flare has carved out a nice gold lead for themselves, as they might start. Actually, no, they're not.
Yeah, and the one thing that we have to watch out for is the double Triforce power spike that we'll see on the side of Poki. Ezreal did just complete his, so K-Pop's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Team Lunar Flare now coming in on to Billy D, doing so much damage. He's not able to dissonance out of there because of the ultimate coming through. The flash not going to be enough, so Billy D is going to be able to pick up the kill. He doesn't escape, though, but that's going to be a 2-for-1 going over to Poki squad. Team Lunar Flare just getting a little too aggressive there, going to drop forward as well.
Yeah, Billy did his best in order to basically get his teammates the kill. Almost got out from that Dark Passage from Danny's God, but now Poki Squad's gonna turn up this Rift Herald and take it down. That might be another potential tower in the top lane, as it is below half health.
Yeah, they could have just easily taken that and get an instant tower for themselves. Granted, that's a tower that's going to drop soon anyway. But yeah, with this kill, that's going to mean that Billy D is going to be able to get himself a Triforce as well. Actually, no, he was just short. I thought he was still backing yet. I forgot that he died in that fight. So he's just short of the Triforce. Yeah. But once he gets that, it's going to be huge.
He'll get it soon.
Yeah.
He just needs... It's like when you're you're pleading with your teammates, please give me this wave. I need 200 gold.
Yeah. Especially on a Triforce. That's another, it's like, okay, let's give it over to them. That's a Camille with a Triforce, and it's going to be able to basically just blow up anybody, as Green is going to drop this Ripped Herald. Shelly going to be able to do quite a bit of damage once the Dark Binding goes through, and that's going to be a very easy tower for her to take, as we are now even in this game. Team Lunar Flare going to get caught out by Green, who's dealing a lot of damage on this Sejuani. But yeah, LeBlanc very squishy at this point, looking to just get in a few auto attacks here and there, as Respection going to go for an engage here. Can he find the ultimates and bring two back? That is going to be two of them back. It's two of the tankiest members, though, but they are going to be able to blow them up. That's going to be the Galio and the Sejuani both down. Double kill going over to the Caitlyn, as they're now going to go on to K-Pop as well. Loki picks up that one, as LeBlanc picks up her sixth of the game, and that is 4 very fast kills going over to the side of TLF. And looking at the KDAs, you wouldn't think so, but Respection on this Zac has been doing a massive amount of job here, or with his elastic slingshots coming in. He has basically put the team on his back to win this game for them.
Dude, that was an absolutely nutty engage here. It looks like they're going to try and take down this mid lane inhibitor tower. Barely tanking it out to get away. Very close on those health bars. And actually, Galio TP'd in here now. maybe looking for a fight, and Camille as well. Team Lunar Flare trying to get away. They're gonna.
Oh.
God bless you, Respection. You're gonna be able to back away, but I don't know about the other members.
They actually, this is just a 1v1 at this point. They might be able to get Loki out of this. And with the flash taunt is going to come through, Loki, I think, is going to be the sacrificial lamb here, as he might actually be able to get out of here. I am very shocked that everybody was able to escape there.
Yeah, he was able to land that binding on Billy D, and basically the rest of Poki Squad were just respawning, so they couldn't really follow up on like the Hextech ultimatum that Billy D put down. So they will take the Infernal Drake off of this because Team Lunar Flare had to back, but oh my god, wait. Jay's got trying to get into the pit, but they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, I think he first tried to take the blast cone, but he was in that area where if you are right against the wall, the blast cone won't hit you. But actually on the top side, Billy D not going to be chunked down. The damage coming through was just not quite enough to blow her up. But Respection going for it again. Can he land the knockup? Not quite. But the Q is going to land, but he doesn't have the auto attack as K-pop is forced to flash. But Goblin is going to flash forward. One more auto is going to do it, but it's the Q instead. Able to pick up the kill. And can they find the kill on a Danny as God? Reflection, once it gets the knockup, that will be his first kill of the game. 1-0-9 on the Zac. He's doing a massive amount of work. And with his open inhib mid, this could be an inhibitor going over to the side for TLF. And after seeing the first game, I thought this was going to be a quick 2-0, but TLF has a really great shot here at forcing a game 3 as Respection goes in yet again. But here comes the Galio, not going to be able to find any knockups, but he does find the Camille. Very squishy member. Billy D is going to drop, and Goblish is going to fall as well, but this is a 2v4 in the favor now of TLF. They're going to be able to kill Slave, and now Green, the last alive as K-pop is going to show up. Danny has got his back alive as well. Did they stay for too long? That's going to be the Caitlyn, going to be tracked down. Mr. Zahak going to drop. They do get the inhibitor at least, but it's going to cost everybody's life here as Loki is going to drop as well. Going to get the kill over to Green, who gets himself a double kill. Respection. Will he be able to escape from K-pop here? He can't allow any Qs to hit or he is dead. And there it is. He's going to drop just one Q from K-pop. And Danny is God going to be able to go there, get himself the assist. Oh, wait! They almost let him get out there. But that's going to be an ace going in favor of Poki Squad. But what can they get out of this? They stayed for a little too long. They got the inhibitor at least. Poki Squad got the ace right afterwards. But they're not able to take anything off the map just yet. It seems like they will kind of want to go over towards Baron. But they aren't positioned that they can start it just yet. And because the death timers are so low, TLF is going to respond in time.
The Respection does have a 15 seconds, but they definitely can't go for it as 4 members are still up. And I feel like this is a game of just overstays. Although Team Lunar Flare did have the opportunity to take that inhibitor, because as you said, the death timer is so low, K-pop was respawning, and they were able to turn the fight right there. But really, again, I'd like to commend Respection here. He's playing so well. Those engages on Zac have been absolutely amazing, and really just swinging the game into Team Lunar Flare's favor.
Yeah,
it's going to be a 2K gold lead here now.
Yeah, 2K gold lead, but with the open and hit mid, this just relieves so much pressure off the map. The top lane tower is going to drop very fast, and this now puts the pressure in the favor of TLM. Nice dash forward to keep the Camille there as Goblish is here as well. They're going to jump on to the Cassidon here, who's just going to get blown up. Can he try to get a trade kill? Not going to be able to, as K-pop is going to be able to find that kill. He's now on a killing spree. Team Lunar Flare, can he find the fancy footwork? Doesn't look like it. The double kill going over to the Ezreal. Now, can the rest of the team get out? Green is going to get separated from the rest of his team, but it's not looking good for the Caitlyn as he is going to drop. The Zac was able to get away somehow, but Loki is going to drop as well. 4 very quick kills going over to Poki Squad as they're going to go for the Baron now. And Respection has to go for something crazy here. He has to try to steal this Baron, but Billy D is just going to separate him. Nice hook coming out from Danny as God as he's going to drop. The ace goes over to the support there, as this is going to be now an easy Baron going over to TLF. Or Poki, sorry.
I swear if someone told me that this is like plat and diamond games, I would not believe them, because there are just kills everywhere. Nice engage. Team Lunar Flare was looking for Billy D there, but then he got collapsed on. Really nice play from Poki squad, and yeah, I feel like this is just a story of just fights back and forth. It is going to be 1K gold lead for Poki squad, but they still have that downed inhibitor, so they do still have to worry about that. And I'm not sure how much they'll get off this Baron since they have to push down the entire map. But I think what Team Lunar Flare really should have done there is, you know, you have that open inhibitor, like, you don't have to take those greedy picks. Just wait for that Baron to, or just clear out Baron vision and wait for the mid minions to pour into their base, and then you go for that Baron, and it's basically should be like an 80-20 Baron at that point. So a big mistake from Team Lunar Flare, but they still have a big window into this game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. They didn't have to go for anything risky. They had all the map pressure in their favor, but it just seems like they can't just not go for when they see someone caught out. But when you try to kill a Camille, when you don't know where the rest of his team is, and speaking of Camille, you are in enemy territory, my friend. She's trying to go for as much tower damage as possible, but that's going to be an entire collapse. Can she find the fancy footwork? She's going to be able to find the engage. And here comes the combo that we were talking about as the knockup goes on to Team Lunar Flare. He's going to drop as it was... I thought that was going to be a great collapse coming out from TLF, but that's just the power of the Galio. Able to just collapse like that as Loki trying to do what she can in order to bring the rest of the team together. And here comes Green. Billy D does get out on this Camille, but Slave is going to be extremely low. Can they find the damage? They might not be able to find it. He has the health. He's going to drop as Goblish is now in here. And now they're on to Green. Can they stop him from getting over? They're not going to be able to, as he's able to get out. Billy D somehow survived as well, so it's just a one-for-one trade, but he's going to keep going, and he's not able to pick up the kill there, as Daniel's got picks up his second. K-Pop got chunked, but he's doing so much damage on this Ezreal right now that it didn't really matter, because Goblish went all by himself, so all in all, 2-for-1 in favor of Poki, but Billy D is back full health because of teleport, so that's going to be another kill, and now Poki Squad, they have the pressure now, their mid inhibitor is back up, and this might be an inhibitor for them.
Yeah, that'll most likely will be inhibitor. 20 seconds on Godlish, 30 seconds on Mr. Zach. Team Lunar Flare, LeBlanc is pushing on the top side, might get this tower.
But that means...
he does have the attack speed.
Loki did drop there trying to defend that inhibitor, and will they just keep going for it? They might just go for end. No one else is here to defend except for Respection, and because the backs was getting stopped, we won't see Team Lunar Flare in here. Billy D just going for the kills at this point, not allowing Goblish to get in there, as that's going to be a shutdown onto the Camille, but that's both Nexus towers gone now, and this looks like it could be game going over in favor of Poki. This is the last stand for TLF. Can they stop it? They had to stop Slave. He's very taking on this Galio. Can they stop him? The Nexus just barely alive at this point, as they're just going to barely hold on to this game, as it's not over just yet.
The home guards coming in clutch. Mr. Zach had a lot of damage there. But
I thought Poki Squad was going to be able to finish that, but the backs came in. The death timer's just in time to get back in this game. But yeah, we're only 27 minutes in. But this is now an exposed Nexus at this point. That is extremely dangerous, especially since that ward was there. Luckily, Loki was able to find it, but he's now have to go and get a pink ward in order to get rid of that. You can't keep that ward there, especially with double teleport on the opposite side.
Yeah. Luckily, the teleports are down. Loki is just pacing back and forth next to this ward because he doesn't want to buy a pink, apparently.
Come on, just get rid of your stopwatch, buy a pink. Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, he doesn't want to sell the stopwatch because he doesn't want it for his Zonias, but just...
you have to get rid of that pink, though.
Just clear it. Just clear it.
That pink cannot live.
Yeah. So, although the gold's still pretty even for both teams, the only problem is that the two Nexus towers are down for Team Lunar Flare. So if they make a single mistake, Poki Squad are just gonna end the game.
Yeah, especially with your inhibitor down, you have to have somebody who's making sure that they are near their base, because your Nexus is so low, no towers, you're not going to be able to get there in time. Luckily enough, you do have a couple of pink wards there so that you can teleport once your teleport is back up. But this is very dangerous at this point for TLF. Poki Squad, they control the map at this point, so they can't overextend at all, or TLF is going to lose the game. And it looks like they're just going to play this cautiously. They're going to play it smart, get the outer towers that are still up, do a 4-0-1 split push. I like the idea of this. Because Billy D, if he somehow finds his way into the base, he can end the game by himself.
Yeah. Luckily for Team Lunar Flare, neither Billy D nor Slave have TPs right now, so there isn't the back door option yet, although they can still sneak in, but looks like they're just going for the front door here as they push down the top inhibitor turret.
Especially going to go in. He's going to get locked down a little bit. Did he bring anybody with him? No one came in, but Danny God came in voluntarily as he's trying to get the CC onto this backside of the tower, but that's going to mean his death there. He didn't get carried in. He decided to go in, but here comes the Camille. She's going to go in. Can Billy D end the game here? He's going to try to do it, but he's just going to get chunked down. He had no damage available for that, but he at least delayed them long enough. Can they get the topside tower? Doesn't look like it. They're forced to back out, and this is much needed time for TLF to get back in this game.
We say that they played it, they're going to play it smartly, but as soon as they start diving
Cast
into
a
that
curse.
inhibitor turret, yeah, they just start going in. Billy D wants the back door, but because Poki Squad did not win the fight top lane, that Team Lunar Flare could just turn their entire attention to Billy D. Now, I think their inhibitor should be coming up soon. I'm not sure on the timer.
We'll have to see.
Well, I can look at it. Okay, it should be up in a minute, it looks like,
Okay.
from the Spectrum image. So, a little bit to go. Baron's coming up in 5 seconds. So, that's still going to be a big problem. And I think you do need to contest this, but Billy D almost has Actually, there's no ward for him to TP2. But, yeah.
That's one good thing about having that ward coverage is that you know that there is no pink wards in your base, or just no wards in your base, so you don't have to worry about the teleport back door. But the one thing you do have to worry about is that Galio coming in from anybody who's just able to jump in. If the Ezreal is somehow able to find his way on your base by himself, that could just be game alone. But this is going to be a very interesting Baron dance. The inhibitor for the blue side, like you said, will be up very soon, as we just got notification of, as K-Pop getting chunked down a little bit, as Respection there trying to get back in. Will K-Pop get blown up? Goblish not able to find the kills just yet, but the damage is coming through for TLF. They are looking for as much as they can as Reflection goes in, but Green has been just on fire right now. But what is the Katarina doing? He's all by himself. The Caitlyn not going to be able to find the damage as he didn't have the team to back him up, and now this 5v3 in favor of Poki. Reflection trying to do what he can, but he's going to drop, and the rest of his team now limping away. 3-0 going in the favor of Poki.
It could be game at this point. 30 seconds on Mr. Zach and 20 on low key. They're pushing straight down this mid lane. Only 2 to defend. Godblish and Team Lunar Flare are pretty strong, but I don't think they're strong enough for this one.
No, they're going to have to try something very crazy here. They have to go for it as soon as possible. Teleport's coming in, so this is going to be 4 full health members on the side of Poki Squad, but that doesn't look like they're going to be able to really do anything. That's going to be game. Poki Squad a little shaky in this time and a lot closer than game 1, but they're going to win this series 2-0 and move on to the semifinals.
Really back and forth game right there. Honestly, at the end, I was expecting Team Lunar Flare to get another clutch fight, but I think that last fight was played really well by both teams, actually. Mechanically, there's a lot of good plays, like from Green and even Danny's God. But in the end, Mr. Zach kind of got caught out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So did a really good job of kiting backwards and getting away and then re-engaging. That was really nice.
Yeah, Team Lunar Flare showed that they could go toe-to-toe with Poki Squad there. A little bit of misplays here and there, a couple of bad decisions did cost them the game there, but they could keep their head up high. They definitely gave Poki a run for their money in this second game.
Yeah, that second game was a big... I don't even know how to describe that. Just so back and forth. Like, every second there's fighting, I just didn't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, it was a big bloodbath. How many kills did we have there? It was 28 and 20. So about 57 kills total there in just a 32-minute game.
Yeah, that was insane.
That's pretty crazy. It does look like that people do want an interview. So let's see. I would ask the chat of if they wanted to bring somebody in, of who they want to bring in, but I think it's pretty obvious of who they want to bring in at this point. So let's see if we could bring Danny as God into here.
You said that Iris was going to interview, or?
She said she wanted to, but I don't know if she's still up. I don't know if she's
Okay.
in here right now, so we'll just go ahead and do it ourselves. We'll allow her to come in if she's around.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I don't have Danny as God added, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll just add him right now.
Okay.
But we'll get a very quick interview going on here. Actually, let me.
Yeah. Let's look at the damage charts while we do that. Huh. Kind of a low damage game, although K-pop's at 38k, which is pretty nice with all the Poki's got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly thought at one point Godlish was going to carry. Do we have the interview?
I'm just waiting to see if he'll accept my friend invite so I could give him the Discord link. That's if he's even paying attention. Knowing how late it is, he might have just headed off for the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was from game 1 to game 2, just completely night and day. Game 1, it was all in favor of Poki Squad. TFM tried, or Team Lunar Flare tried something, just didn't really work out, and because of that, they went behind early, and it just went out of control for them. Oh, there we go. We can send them the invite now. Let's see. Let's bring him on in here.
Copy that Discord link.
Yeah, if people show up, we'll just have to kick them out. Oh well.
Oh, this only has 3, so it'll be fine. I think.
So as long as Danny has got his quick to get in,
Yeah.
there's no
Gotta be
problem.
quick on the draw.
He did say his interview ready. There's Danny.
There we go.
Okay. Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
So, I'm sure a lot of people in chat have questions for you. I don't know if you've been paying attention to it, but it was just constantly your name being spammed throughout the entire time.
What the? Okay.
I guess my question for you is like, what's your what is your opinions on what happened in games 1 and 2 there?
Billy was trolling?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, especially after the backdoor attempt that he had there near the end.
Yeah, it was a bit questionable.
He was screaming he was going to go in, and then he just died.
But yeah, so we're gonna take some questions out from the chat here, and yeah, Winston's just gonna go out and say it. Zonia's Recon, where was that at?
We needed more damage, because, yeah, we just needed more damage.
Okay. We should have checked to see what the damage charts were in that first game to see how
I didn't see.
how well you were doing, because I don't think we really checked it out at much. But
Yeah.
But yeah, so game 2 was a little bit closer. What happened between games 1 and games 2 that made this a lot closer game than from game 1?
I have to say, it's probably when the 80 week long top got a triple kill. Probably at that moment.
So how was the team calls like when you guys kept on fighting over and over again? Were you guys just like screaming constantly, or?
Pretty much screaming all the time. But yeah.
I think a lot of people are interested in Poki main.
Yeah,
But,
that's like 90% of the questions right now.
Who?
But yeah.
Okay.
well, there's your answer, I guess. Who?
Yeah.
Just make that your answer. Yes. You don't know who she is. That's fine.
So, bearing any very big upsets between Penn State Esports and Do You Know Kimchi, it seems like you guys are going to be facing the D1 team next week, or I guess in semifinals whenever that's being played. What are your opinions on that game? Are you worried about it? Do you guys have any big strategies for the D1 team?
If they can't fight again, I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna face like what's going again. Hope for the best.
Oh, yeah, because you guys did face him in week 2.
Yeah. There was that.
So let's see. Was there any actual questions besides? Okay, here. I guess here's one from Sable Dude. Do you have any tips for a Bronze 4 Yasuo main?
What? Oh.
Yeah, I really hope you're not reading these questions.
I have no idea. Stop beating.
Waiting. That's the number one answer. I can't believe it.
What the heck are these questions?
Yeah, this is Twitch chat in a nutshell.
We're never letting Twitch chat do this again.
This is Penn State Twitch chat in a nutshell. In all
It's
honesty.
even worse. All right. Well, I guess we got extracted some valuable information there. Glad we could get your opinion on Bronze 4 Yasuo's. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And hope to see you at the Invitational. Where we'll see some more good games, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Great job. Thanks for showing up, Danny. Excited to see how you guys do in the semifinals as well as the Invitational, which, bearing, like you said, any upsets, it looks like you guys are going to be able to move forward on that. But, yeah, thanks for showing up, and good job in your games.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
But
See you later, Danny. All right, and with that being said, that is going to be it for us tonight. Rain, I want to thank you for joining me as well. Love to have you on whenever you're free to cast again. Just let me know. I love casting as much as possible.
I really enjoyed it this time, and hopefully I'll see you guys, or I'll see everyone at the Nittany Invitational. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'll be up for the Nittany Invitational too. My once-a-year return to Penn State. Try to do that as much more as I can. But with that being said, we are going to be casting another game on Tuesday. I believe that is it NANT versus who are they up against? I'm blanking. Yeah. That was it.
You said it earlier.
I did say it. I think I forgot NANT, then I forgot Flex. So that's going to be on Tuesday at 9:30. So we're going to be very excited for that. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for everybody who showed up.
Yep. Thank you.